Hello, everybody. I'm Cameron Andrews, and today we have the very important PEI provincial election. One second, I have but this is very important. We can see the first ever green government in Canadian history, or going back to same old with the Liberals, or another change in government in the blue wave in Canada. Now, joining with me is Opinion Fighter. If you want to say hi, say hi.
Hello, everyone.
So today, and thank Opinion for doing the slides for me. Very much appreciated. Now, is the election predictions are looking like polls have closed 2 minutes ago. We were gonna get on early, but we're just gonna get enough people in here. But current Liberal government is up for re-election. 14 seats are needed for re-election. There are 27 constituencies, but only 26 are going up for re-election, as there was a very tragic incident this past weekend where in the district for District 9, the Green Party candidate for District 9 tragically died with his son in a canoe accident. Therefore, elections PEI postponed that election to be called in a by-election, and all parties decided not to campaign on that day in respect to him and his family. So we like to say our condolences for the family. Uh, and we'll just go along with this. There are 27 ridings or districts. So first off is also electoral reform. If people want to go by for PEI, if they want for provincial elections to be done in a proportional representation or in the same reason, so either yes or no answer, that'll be crucial. It'll be the first province in Canada if they vote no. And then we out of district. We're just basically gonna run down. District 1 is District 1. We have uh, Lavie, I think he's in the incumbent progressive conservative running against Crookham and Leard. In source Almur, District 1. Then District 2, we have the NDP, PCs, Liberals, and the Green Party. Myers, the incumbent progressive conservative here, looking for re-election. And now we're going into a crucial one of the ones that a lot of people are calling is crucial one, which is District 3, Montague Kilmore. Uh, Incumbent is one of the major ones here is Griffin here going against Green Party candidate McLean, Can, NDP, and Deanglin. This is going to be a crucial. This is one that looks like it's going to be very, very tight. And then in 4, in Belfast, Murray River. This is gonna be incumbent Compton, not like the suburb of LA, but Compton is the incumbent PC here. In this 5, this is another crucial race here. Mermaid, Stratford. Yes, you hear me right, people? This district is called Mermaid. But this is another crucial race for, especially for the Liberals and Greens, who need to pick up some seats if they want to be able to win this. Then we have District 6, Stratford. How do you say that? Crucian? What?
Keposh.
Cap I don't know. These are weird names, guys. PEI. What else can we expect? Aylward, the incumbent here, is looking for re-election. Now, District 7 is going to be looking like it might be a progressive conservative victory. I'm not sure yet, but this could be anyone's race, really. The current premier of PEI, Wayne McCullen. This is his
McLaughlin.
seat. What?
It's Wade McLaughlin.
McLaughlin? Oh, whatever. I say McLaughlin. Whatever. McLaughlin, sorry. His seat, this is probably an easy victory for him. He's a somewhat likable premier in the province of Prince Edward Island. So it's looking like he'll probably win this seat. District 8, incumbent R. Mitchell is here running for District 10. Oh, sorry. As we told you before, District 9 is not having an election today. for the circumstance we stated before. So yeah, so it's gonna look like it's an easy one. One of the two Green Party incumbents currently in District 11, Hannibal, I'm pretty sure her name is, but she is Charlottetown Belverde, and she is the current incumbent for this district. This is looking like she'll win this seat again. Not much of a difficulty with this one. Then district that this is one of the ones that people call, right. Oh yeah, this is the one that we are looking at. Incumbent Brown. This is a very tight race indeed. Now, we see this going any way there really much. So there are 27 districts. Everybody, just to let you know. 13 incumbent Brown's running here. Should be an easy one for him. Next district. I'm just trying to get through these fast reading it in case there's results already. District 14, right? Is this a close one? No. This is Rest Royal, right? West Royal, yeah.
Yeah.
This can go. No incumbent running here as well.
Here's an interesting fact. The Liberal candidate in the last election in 2015 actually ran as a New Democrat and was the closest New Democrat to come in to the margin. He actually lost the race by a couple hundred votes.
Actually,
And
there's something I'd like to add about District 4. Sorry, there is a
okay,
candidate on the ballot who has withdrawn, but he withdrew too late. That his name's on the ballot, and election PEI has warned electors this that there'll be a spoiled ballot. I forget his name, but for District 4, there is a candidate on the ballot that will be considered a spoiled ballot. I forget his name,
I
but there
believe
is
it,
one.
I believe it was the independent
Yeah, it
candidate.
was an independent. I know that for a fact. I know it's the independent, but okay, we're looking like we're gonna have someone join now. Um, 1 second. Well, let's see if there's any results coming in yet. There's still other districts we're looking at, but I just want to see if anything's come in yet. Really, nothing has come in yet. Of course, it's 1 hour earlier than Eastern Standard Time, but looking like currently it's probably between the Greens, Liberals, and PCs. NDP and PEI don't have a seat currently, and they're not looking like they're going to be near a chance. They're very low in polling. So, yeah, let me just get someone the link who needs it. You can just keep on reading off the ones if you want. This gets
Okay.
me the link.
I'll be taking over here with District 15, Brackley Hunter River, the incumbent Liberal. Uh, this is a currently held Liberal seat with the Liberal candidate White. I believe that's how you would pronounce that. But W. White is the setup candidate. PC leader King, Dennis King, is the progressive conservative candidate here. He is expected to win this riding or this district tonight. On to District 16.
Sorry for that
Uh,
last writing. King is the PC leader as well.
yep, I mentioned that.
Oh, if I didn't hear that.
Okay, that's okay. District 16, Cornwall Meadowbank, the incumbent, H. McDonald. He will have a decent shot at winning this seat once again. In District 17, we have Green Party leader Peter Bevenbaker.
Looking to make history tonight as well. Sorry.
Peter Bevenbaker is expected to win this riding once again. He is the incumbent, and he also has a independent challenger, but that challenger does not seem to have much of an influence. Also, the NDP is not running a candidate in this riding, and this will mainly be a battle in between the Greens and the Liberals, but the Greens are expected to prevail, and the Greens are expected to win this riding tonight.
And I'd just like to welcome Dave. Uh, Dave, can you
Schneier.
please mute the stream?
Oh, I have to go. I have to go. I'll be back though. Sorry.
Okay, never mind.
Hello and goodbye.
Yeah.
Anyway, District 18, Rustico Emerald. the incumbent Trivers of the Progressive Conservative Party of PEI is the incumbent. He is running against the Liberals' McKay, the Greens' Jeffrey, and the NDP's Deagle.
Huh, I wonder if he has any relation to Ben McKay.
I don't think so. I doubt that
It's a joke.
because the
It's a
McKay
joke.
family is very conservative. Anyways, on to District 19, we have the incumbent Jay Fox. Fox is the incumbent here. He is expected to he is expected to win this riding, but judging how this election has been for PEI, it's possible that he may not. He is running against the Liberal Stride, McFarlane of the Green Party, and Govan of the NDP. That was District 19, Borden Kinkora. This riding is also expected to be a battleground, so this will be a close race. It will be a close race in this district. District 20, Kensington Malpak. We have the incumbent Progressive Conservative, M. McKay. He is running for re-election. Beth Guptill is the Liberal candidate. Another McKay is a Green candidate. And another McFarlane is a candidate from the NDP. Surprisingly, we do not have a picture, nor does the NDP have a picture of this candidate. So, this
Another
riding,
McKay family member. Wow. Two more, actually.
and now on to, I believe, yeah. So, District 21, Summerside Wilmot.
This is another one we can. This is another close race.
Yes. This is a battleground where the incumbent, I believe it's Chris Palmer, he is the incumbent here. He is expected to have a close race in between Diz Rush of the PCs and Lund of the Green Party. The NDP is not much of a factor here, but they could end up being the kingmaker depending on how many people win there. And also, I believe, please correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the Green candidate is the deputy Green leader of PEI. I'm not sure about that. I've
I'll
heard
check
that
that right now. 1 second.
could be. Anyways, on to District 22, Summerside South Drive. This is a somewhat safe riding of the incumbent. I believe it's Tima Mundy, and she will be facing the Progressive Conservative candidate Walsh, Oatway of the NDP, and Howard of the Green Party.
It was Lynn Ludd, right? Was the person? Yeah, that's the that was the deputy leader.
Yeah. So
Yep, deputy leader.
yeah. On to District 23, we have Tyne Valley Sherbrooke. This is expected to be a very close riding with the incumbent P. Bigar. She is the Minister of Transport, a large profile for PEI politics in recent decades. She is expected to have a very close race with all other parties. The NDP do seem to have a decent shot at winning this seat, but that is only if Liberal, PC, and Green support fall drastically in the district number 23. And on to District 24, the incumbent Gallant of the Liberal Party. District 24 is called Evangelie Miscouche. Here you have a Liberal incumbent going against the Progressive Conservatives Woodbury, the NDP's Gallant, and the Green Party's Arsenault. And now on to District 25, where we have it is District 25, O'Leary Inverness. Here we have, I believe it's Richard Henderson. He is the Liberal candidate here, going against PC candidate Broom and the NDP candidate Dickinson. Dickinson is the only NDP candidate to have ever held office in PEI. That will be something to watch. The NDP has tapped him to be their candidate and possibly win the seat. Though chances are slim, there is a possibility. The Green Party has nominated Sherritt. On to District 26, we have Alberton Bloomfield. District 26 is Alberton Bloomfield, where we have Phil Murphy, the Liberal incumbent, going against the PC's Hudson, the NDP's Arsenault, and the Green Party's McKenna. And lastly, but not least, District 27. This is expected to remain in the Liberal Party's hands, but it will be a close race with the incumbent Liberal, Perry, going against the PC's Hendrahan and the Green Party's Doyle. The NDP is not much of a factor here, but still they have a candidate named with the last name Ryan. This is District 27, Tignish, Palmer Road. And
I like to add one
Cameron,
thing
do
to
you have
this
anything?
though. Yeah, I like to add one thing. What a beard, though.
Yeah, I believe that's the only candidate who actually has facial hair.
What a beard. I
Yep.
see the guy's. So yeah, so far last time checked, there's still no nothing in yet. Polls did close 18 minutes ago.
No, polls are to close in 19 minutes and 10 seconds.
What? They're supposed to close at 7 Eastern. 7 Atlantic time.
I don't know. This is what the CBC is reporting that there are 18 minutes and 57 seconds left until polls close. I think they're
18
closing
minutes?
at 6:30 Eastern.
Welp. I don't know. They said they were supposed to be 6 Eastern. Oh, whatever. But I'm interested to see how the referendum works out, especially. That'll be interesting. I really do think.
Uh, let's talk about the recent polls on the referendum. There was a poll conducted from April 14th to April 17th. That's the most latest poll we have from Main Street Research. They had a sample size of 636, and 51.2% of the sample size voted in favor of electoral reform. Any thoughts?
Um, I think it'd be the first province to have this electoral reform, and I think it'd be interesting if it did pass. PEI's had a lot of firsts. Has been a place with a lot of firsts. I think they're the first province to elect a female premier. I heard that, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did. PEI is very like left in their ways, like with how also Newfoundland is. It wouldn't surprise me. Ben McKay will also be coming on in a bit.
Okay.
Trying
Here's
to think.
another cool fact that if the Liberal Premier, Wade McLaughlin, is voted out tonight, uh, the whole national theme for the whole country will be all straight white males. So Wade McLaughlin is the only one who is blocking the white male.
Oh, is he LGBTQ?
Yes, he is. He is gay, and he's the first gay premier in Canada.
Actually,
Yeah.
technically not. In the provinces you would have been all Canada, there are Aboriginal premiers. But I like to also welcome on Ben McKay, who has just joined us. Ben, we've seen some of
Hello.
your relatives on this as well. It's a joke. There's like two McKays running in one district alone, so
No, I'll find that one district.
Yeah. So if we can just talk, what are we talking about right now? Just the,
we're just
just
talking
the.
about we were just talking about the electoral reform. Wait,
Yeah.
which district was it that there's two McKays running? Oh god.
I'll find it. 1 second.
Yeah. It seems right now
It's District 20. District 20.
20.
at the
Okay.
Yeah.
moment it seems right now, uh, like it's hard to say uh
Yeah, there we go.
whether
There you
this
go,
would have
Ben.
an impact. What is it? Sorry.
And there's a 50% chance that a McKay could win District 20.
Well, neither of them are me, so I don't care. No, I'm
There's
just
another one running another
kidding.
district.
uh, yeah, there. It's hard. It's hard to say right now at this moment whether uh, the results of this will have an effect on the federal election, which is coming up in October, which is something to keep in mind. Whether this will help the Greens standing in that election uh, that is coming up and fast approaching, but at the moment, uh, you know, it's it's looking like it could be a good night for the Greens. Either way, this is going to be a monumental night because it does not appear like any side's going to reach a majority government if the polls hold.
Yeah, and that'll be the
And
first time in over 100 years as well.
yes, that's right. And not only that, obviously, it'll be a historic night for the Green Party if the polls hold, obviously, because, this would be, I think, their strongest showing in any jurisdiction in North America in their history. So it's obviously going to be an interesting night to watch play out.
Yeah, definitely. What's your take quickly on the referendum?
I personally, I'm opposed to MMP, but uh, I don't think it's going to pass here tonight. I don't. I would be quite shocked, but uh, I think that it's important that we have these kinds of votes to determine what the people want. If the will of the people of Prince Edward Island is to go and adopt MMP, I think that their elected officials should carry that out.
Okay, thank you very much. So, of course, let's talk about the. Of course, we're calling it a tight race between three parties: the Green Party, the the PCs, and the Liberals. What do you got? How do you guys feel the NDP, the fourth party, is going to do in this election? Do you think they'll gain? Do you think they'll get any seats? Start with
Yeah.
you, Ben.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I think it's going to be an uphill battle
And
tonight
I will be back in a
for the
second.
NDP. It's going to be definitely an uphill battle for the NDP. Uh, they're obviously uh, considerably behind in the polls. Uh, they're not considered a major party in PEI whatsoever. It's going to be a very tough night for the NDP. I think. I there. I think the latest polls only had them at less than 5%. So I would be shocked to see. I'd be shocked to see the NDP uh, pick up a seat here tonight.
Okay. Did Cameron just abandon us?
By the looks of it,
Mm.
well, we on this shit now.
Well, based off of your opinion, I think we can just project that the NDP will have no party status.
Yep.
Okay.
Is Raging going to join?
You said
Shake
you
cam
won't.
right now.
Anyway,
The latest polls conducted from April 18th to April 22nd have the Progressive Conservatives out to a slight lead over the Greens, with the Liberals trailing in a third place. The PCs with 35.3, the Greens with 34.3, and the Liberals with 25.7, followed by the NDP at 4.6. That's a lead of 1 point for the Progressive Conservatives. I'm not sure what the margin of error is for that poll, but um, obviously it can go either way. We've seen polls go wrong before. It wouldn't be the first time. So tonight, no matter what happens, I think we can project before any projections or any polls are closed. I think we can project a historic night for the province of Prince Edward Island.
yeah. Does anyone need the link to the live results? The like the district by district results that come through?
Yes, please.
I guess not.
I do.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll PM them.
Thank you.
Actually, I'll just put them in the group chat.
We are 3 minutes and 30 seconds out from the polls closing in Prince Edward Island. Right now, we're just waiting for the polls to start closing across the province. Right now, we can see, I'm just following the CBC feed at the moment off to the side, and they are saying it's going to be interesting to see what happens here tonight. You have three major parties which are vying for a majority of seats. Obviously, it seems at the moment as if only two of them have a real shot here: the Greens and the Liberals, the Greens and the Progressive Conservatives. At the moment, it looks like the Liberals, for the first time in 12 years, are going to be unseated if the trend of the polls continues. Right now, the NDP, their leader, has been involved.
Okay, 2 minutes until the polls close. Sorry to
Yes.
interrupt, but 2 minutes.
Yeah. Their leader, the NDP leader, has been involved in politics since he was, a young boy. However, it does not seem like that's going to do much.
Okay, I'm back now. Sorry. Said just some stuff.
Okay, and also, there is also word that in District 5, the results will be delayed due to the polls closing soon after. Or they will be closing later than all the other 25 ridings or 25 districts that are having elections.
We are
tonight.
1 minute away from the polls closing across the province.
Okay, PEI, let's see what you have.
It should be interesting tonight.
Now, if the PCs don't win and either the Greens or the Liberals do, seeing that there's a larger chance of the Green Party winning, I think that's gonna, well, obviously it's gonna be another ally for Justin Trudeau. It won't be like another Jason Kenney or Alberta-ish moment where he'll have an opponent on the national stage. And so Trudeau has a better chance of retaining an ally in PEI.
I agree with you fully on that. So let's.
And the polls
Both of those. Yep.
are closed. If you're just joining us at the moment, you are watching.
The Daily Leaf News is coverage of PEI.
You're watching the Daily Leaf's coverage of the Prince Edward Island election tonight. 153,244 Prince Edward Islanders have the eligibility to vote. They will go to the polls tonight to decide the future of their island province. Here tonight, we have the polls showing that the Progressive Conservatives are out to a small lead, which is well within the margin of error, only 1 point ahead of the Green Party, which is polling unprecedentedly high at 34.3%, according to the last Forum research poll. The Liberal government, they are defending their seats here tonight. They're looking to hold on to power and keep their majority, which at this moment seems like it is. The chances of that are dim at best. The Liberal premier of PEI right now, Wade McLaughlin, he is seeking another term as premier. He was first elected in February of 2015, and he is looking for another term as premier. Whether he will get it or not, we will
Oh,
soon find out.
one district is reporting now. There is a district reporting, and that is O'Leary in Inverness. And it's very slim margin. Robert Henderson, the incumbent, is winning with 40.6% of the vote, while Dr. Herb Dickinson, as we mentioned before, who's the only NDP to ever have office in PEI, has 38% of the vote. This is very close.
Also, out in the referendum, we have a slight lead at the moment for the. We have a slight lead for the no side. The no side at 853, and the yes side at 246. Total ballots cast is 1,999 at the moment. So a a early lead for the no side.
An early
Obvious,
lead for Liberals.
yes, the Liberals have secured one seat at the moment.
They're leading the seat, but very slimly.
Yes,
But only one
400.
poll is closed there, so
Yes,
only one polling station.
yes, they've at the moment they've gained one seat in their column. Whether that will stay there is uh,
It's very close,
undecided.
so we do not
Yes,
know.
but at the moment the Liberals are the only party to have a seat. Obviously, we have reason to believe that that is going to change,
Oh,
and
definitely.
definitely, and
It's not Hawaii, everyone. Where the Senate's like only one Republican.
yeah, it seems like it's going to happen, and it's going to happen fairly quickly. Uh, we have 26 seats to come here right now, 14 seats for a majority. Um,
I'm not surprising at all. Folks, if you have never seen a Canadian provincial election, you'll know results come in very, very quickly. It usually takes a little time. Usually, it's like maybe like 5-10 minutes before results actually start coming in. What's to do? Results is compiling. You'll notice that within these elections. If you're watching for the first time Canadian election.
Okay, so I'm about to display our first updated graphic, which is out of 25, and it's a Henderson leading.
You
something that's
can't expect this
also
to change though.
I just like to mention the current Prince Edward Island legislature. It's a razor thin Liberal majority. It's 16 seats for the Liberals, 8 for the Progressive Conservatives, and 2 for the Green Party.
If you think about it,
There's also one.
One of those Green Party seats were won by the um, Green Party in a by-election, and there is one independent. Sorry, I cut you off the bed.
Yes, I was just going to mention that. There was also one independent. So
He's a former Liberal as well, but he is
yes,
running for re-election.
the Liberals have 16 seats, and they are trying to hold all of them tonight. It does not look like that is going to happen here. Uh, but we are going to uh, patiently await the results, and we will find out more as we go along.
Only the one district so far. Very uncommon for a Canadian provincial election, of course. Usually when wins in, the rest just come in, but
Okay, so there is currently
So,
a lead of 607 in the referendum going for the no side.
yes, and that's one poll of 267 reporting. So obviously, still early. Time for MMP to make up that gap, but at the moment, not where they want to find themselves at the very start.
Does anyone think this is going to turn out like the Quebec referendum with the like 0.5 or 1.5
0.2.
razor thin margin?
I don't think so. I think that this is going to be,
Oh, there's a green seat that just got called. Can I call that just came in?
yep.
Let's find this one. It is New Haven Rocky Point. This is the Green Party leader, Peter Bevan Baker. His seat, he's leading by 51.3%. That's the percentage he has so far. To the PC's Chris Curry, who has 38.8%. And the Liberals' Judy McNevin, who has 17.5%. And the Independent Don Willis, who has 7 votes and 0.4%.
It's going to be interesting here to see what percentage of the population turns out to vote. Of course, in 2015, it was more than 80%. I think it was 82%,
Yeah.
or amongst there. I can't remember the exact number. But they
Prince Edward Island is very politically active, I will say
yes,
that.
you remember. Some may remember Hurricane Juan. When that happened, completely devastated the Maritimes, and that happened on election day, and still people turned out, and the turnout was 83%. That's astonishing. You would think that it would be a very low voter turnout, considering one of the worst, I think maybe the worst hurricane that's ever hit the Maritime provinces or the east coast of Canada, hits, and they still go out in droves because they're quite politically inclined.
Yeah.
Okay. The no side still leads with 607 votes.
Oh,
And folks, this isn't like a normal Canadian election. Greens will gain more than one seat.
we are getting more results from the referendum now. Right now, we have a slight lead for the yes side. They are out to a slight. I'm sorry, the no side is out to a wider lead now. I meant they they have picked up an additional 754 votes in District 17. However, although the yes side wins that, you have to remember the 853 votes that they had in District 25. Therefore, the no side still ahead in this referendum. The no side trailing in the number of districts they are ahead in. The yes side are
Okay,
ahead
there's
in
an
2
update in the
districts.
referendum.
The yes side are ahead in 2 districts. However, in District 25, that is going to be hard to make up with such a lopsided.
What site are you guys using for the referendum? Because CBC doesn't really have it on their election thing for some reason.
Just the link in the chat.
I'm gonna try to get Tom to come on as well. See, I'm gonna send her out the link.
Tonight there are several districts to watch in PEI's election, both urban and rural. with 27 districts.
And there has
Uh,
been redistricting since the last election, putting a couple seats where there have been multiple incumbents, I think,
y-
running.
yes,
Or
um, some some to watch here tonight. Uh, Montiaug, Kilmer. There's no incumbent there. Before, uh, this seat used to be a comfortable seat for the Progressive Conservatives. However, in the last few elections, we've seen it turn more liberal. Now it will be interesting to see if the Green Party uh, can get a foothold here, as well as Mermaid Stratford once again,
best
no
electoral district
incumbent.
name ever.
Charlottetown West Royalty, no incumbent. Uh, Stanhope Marshfield, uh, that is held by uh, Wade McLaughlin. He is the current premier. It will be interesting to see if he can hold on to his seat here tonight. He is projected at the moment to be in a close race. Charlottetown Victoria Park, once again, another leader, PC MLA Bobby McMillan. Uh, he is he held that seat for a long time. However, now it is held. It is being he's being challenged by NDP leader Joe Byrne.
Two seats currently leading for the Greens, one for the Liberals, none for the NDP, and three for the PCs and no independents. There is one independent seat that may go, and I'm pretty sure it's
We are
14.
we are getting some more results from
Um,
the referendum. Tonight, we can see a widening gap for the no side. They are expanding their lead drastically. In the new ones that are coming in, they're winning by drastic numbers. It looks like if the current trend continues, that the no side is on their way to a victory here. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to make up that gap,
this
but
is, yep, it's coming in very closely. I'd like to remind everyone that District 9 will not be having an election tonight because of those tragic circumstances we stated earlier.
yes,
With,
but they
yeah,
they also, just a note, although they do not vote on their MLA, they will be voting the referendum, and their poll has closed, and we can now
oh,
project
they will be?
that
They're voting on the
district.
referendum?
Yes, and
Oh.
District 9 has voted yes, 234 to 125.
Oh, I didn't know they're voting referendum. I thought they weren't voting either. Okay. Okay. The no's still have a sizable lead. But more no's are leading, so. As you can see on our screen, District 17 is currently leading for the Green Party leader. Um, sorry for that pause. For the Green Party leader, Peter Bevan Baker. He's most likely looking like he will win this seat. He's leading currently in this district. What districts are you guys looking? I haven't called yet. Do you guys think? Are you looking forward to seeing come up?
I'm looking forward to see if the current premier, how close of a battle he's going to be in here tonight. Also, I'm looking forward to seeing if the NDP leader will be able to pick up a seat here tonight.
What
He
seat?
is
What's he in? Which one's he in?
the NDP leader or the
District
premier.
12.
District 12.
District 12
Okay.
for the NDP leader.
Oh yes,
Oh, so yeah, Byron. Yeah, Byron. District 12. What's the district's name? Charlottetown, Victoria Park. That's supposed to be a close race, anyways. I could see him making that tight. So Is there anything out of District 12 yet?
Nothing out of District 12 yet.
So right now we have a current lead for the Progressive Conservatives. They have 4 seats to the Liberals 2, and the
But you
Green
can
Party
expect that
also has 2.
you can
That will
expect that to
obviously
change as
change.
many. Yes, as many of the seats have been called are very conservative, or conservative districts. So you can
Yes.
expect that to change as elections keep on coming
Yeah,
forward.
that's
This is
correct.
not going to really reflect what it's looking like, what it's going to look like. But currently, the PCs, how many did they have in the last
They had
election?
8 seats. 8 seats.
So they are halfway through the amount of seats they had last election. They won. They had in the last legislature. Greens
Mhm.
have matched the number of seats they had last time around with 2.
They can
Actually,
only go up from here.
exactly. I see it like they might want a minority government. This would be huge, historic if they do. As PEI is very historic with elections as they come. Something updated. I think I saw something update. Nothing yet.
Right now, and we're looking at the polling right now. We can at right now at the moment with the polls that we've seen, the share of the vote, the Progressive Conservatives in first with 36.4, the Liberals are in second place with 32.5, and the Greens are in third place with 25.3. The NDP picking up a little bit more, they're at 5.7. So obviously, uh, this is not how uh, this is not how the Greens wanted this to go at the moment. This is not looking good for them. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
not.
it's only gonna go up. I think, as like I stated before, all the
This is
districts that have been called have been really PC districts. They're the conservative districts, the ones. That's why.
this is from the exit poll though. This is not. This is on CBC at the moment. This is not what we've seen so far. This is all the exit polls, all the people who responded to those exit polls. This is what CBC has garnered from that. So it looks like the Green Party is taking quite a. Uh, they might be in trouble going on here tonight compared to what the expectation was. Obviously, at the moment, if we're going by percentage, which obviously can be different from what the actual seat count is, all sides short of a majority government. So the Greens, even if they do not secure uh, um, the major party, even if they don't secure the opposition, uh, they may come in third place. They may be able to decide who
The government,
goes
because
in, who
there
is the
still is the
government.
one district that is not electing anyone tonight. District 9. Even if they are like one seat under majority, they can still pick up that district in the by-election. When is that by-election being held though? Does anyone know yet? Or
A few weeks.
It will be called by the incoming premier and the left-handed governor.
Yeah.
it could sway how things could happen. As you
Yes,
can see
with
on the
such a close
screen, the
election.
results is what we're looking at so far. Thanks, Opinion, again for making the slides. Very much appreciated.
You know, it's going to be interesting to see here tonight. Uh, if the
What you think?
progressive conservatives, that's another storyline going into tonight. Obviously, not to uh, denote the amazing achievement it would be for the Greens to pick to become the government here
The
tonight.
first ever green government as well. So
Yes, however, the progressive conservatives, not to take away from them either, because the conservatives, there has been a blue wave sweeping across Canada here.
yeah,
We've seen,
against Justin Trudeau and the SNC Lab alone.
yes, completely. Uh, it seems like the conservatives, if this will just build onto their momentum, if they can win here tonight.
Exactly.
Okay, so the PCs are now leading in 4 seats, the Liberals in 2, and the
Greens.
Greens and
Oh
2.
no, Liberals just got 3 seats. Just got their third seat.
Nope, Liberals just got 3. My bad.
And it's 4 for PCs as well. It's 4-3-2.
1.
I don't know if anyone is expecting. Like, of course you can expect PCs to come out strong.
And we can now see that the Liberals have picked up a 4th seat.
Yes, a
They are
4th seat
tied
now.
with the Conservative Party. The Greens trailing now with 2 seats. Obviously, once
But a
again,
lot of the districts they
these
are
are not
counting.
projections.
But a
These are
lot of the
just who are
districts that the
leading.
Greens are counting on have not been called yet, though. So that is a big breath of fresh air for them. That a lot of districts they are counting on have not been called. Districts that have been called have been pretty safe for the incumbent or for the party that it's gone to. But there
And
is a chance where the
look at
NDP can.
Alberton. Just if I can, just for a second, Alberton Bloomfield right now. It is in an extremely close race. 700 votes for Ernie Hudson, the Progressive Conservative. Pat Murphy, the Liberal, right on his heels with 686 votes.
And another very close one I'm watching is O'Leary Inverseness. I don't know. These are weird names. But the incumbent
Inverness.
Robert Henderson is leading. Dr. Herb Dickinson by 25 votes. This first one we called. No new results obtained
Okay,
from
we
when
got
we
some
first
new
reported it.
results from the
This can
referendum.
still
Sorry.
change. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, new results from the referendum side. The no side is now leading by almost 2,000 votes. This is like rough math, but about 2,000 votes they're leading by on the no side.
A lot more districts have voted no so far than yes.
Yeah, it looks like the no side is well on its way to victory here tonight.
Yeah, it is very.
Um,
But these are just leading currently.
yes, that's the other thing we
It's like some
have
of
to
these ones.
account for.
It might be
Some
more
of
places
some
that
of
are conservative in some places and things like that.
Yes, and some of these places are going to be a lot more densely populated, so that's something else to take into account. Also, here in Stanhope Marshfield, Wade McLaughlin, the leader of the Liberal Party and the current premier, is ahead by 11 votes to Blois Thompson, with one of the 10 polls reporting an extremely close race at the moment. Wade McLaughlin hoping to hold on to his seat, with the Conservatives trying to unseat the premier here tonight.
Okay.
Charlottetown Winslow.
Wade McLaughlin's in, right?
What is it?
Wade McLaughlin, District 8, correct?
I believe so, yes. I'm just checking the CBC feed. It doesn't say which district, but I think
Never mind,
off the
I
top
found
of my
out.
head, I think that's what it was. Charlottetown Winslow, there is a lead of 6 votes for the Green Party candidate at the moment. Amanda Morrison leading over Robert Mitchell, who is the Liberal. And also a unique moment, Mike Gillis, who is the Progressive Conservative, is tied for second place with Robert Mitchell. So it's 40 votes for the Greens, 34 for the Liberals, 34 for the Conservatives, and none for the NDP.
One, two, three, one, two, three, four, four.
And the Liberals
Okay,
have
so the
taken the
Liberals are at
lead.
4, the PCs are at 4, and
The Liberals have just
go
taken the
ahead.
lead 5-4, and the Greens have dropped back down to 2. Obviously, one of the close seats has gone for the Liberals, or at least they've taken the lead in it.
Anything I missed so far? anyone gain any seats or? Oh, Liberals have 5 now. Liberals
Nothing
have
other
5.
than
They
the
still have
election is
less.
now at a
The
tie.
Liberals have 5, but they have less votes than the PCs have gained so far. Do you think this causes concern for the Greens, being seen with having such a high expectation of possibly getting a majority or even minority government?
Uh, at this point, uh, even though a lot of the rural ridings are not fully reporting,
Yeah.
but until they report, we can't really say. But at this point, I think the Greens overestimated their momentum.
Yeah, as we can see right now, the Progressive Conservatives they have dropped in their vote
Oh,
change.
O'Leary inverse. You know how we called this one before? It was going towards the uh, it was going before to the PCs. That was actually switched to liberals.
Yes,
Actually, no, it hasn't switched for the liberals. What I'm saying, it was still that way. Sorry, I was confused myself. Never mind.
Okay, yes. The Progressive Conservatives, as I was saying, at 36.4% of the vote uh, at the moment. This is just the early returns. The Liberals at 34%, the Greens at 24.9%, the NDP at 4.6%. No party at that 40.8%. Obviously, the Greens are lower than what we thought they would be at this moment, but just keep in mind we have not gotten all of those results from Charlottetown, from the Charlottetown area, from Sunnyside,
Charlottetown is
which
always it's going to be huge. It's basically, let's say it's in New York State election. It's basically for you Americans. It's basically New York. All those, so basically like the Brooklyn and like Manhattan. It's like that
that's
area.
where that's where the Greens are hoping to get their pick up some of their seats. They want those seats there. If they can pick up some seats there, that will be
That's how
huge
they're
for
gonna.
them.
That's more likely how they're gonna make a government. Like how Rachel Notley gained in 2015 in Alberta. That's where she gained in Edmonton, another big city like that. It's gonna pay off. If they do that in.
Okay, sorry to interrupt,
Yeah.
but we so in PE, sorry, not in PEI, but out of District 8, the premier is leading by only 11 votes, and also the Liberals now have 5 seats. The Progressive Conservatives have 4. The Greens
Yeah, we already
have
said that.
dropped back to 2.
Oh
Yeah.
nope, it's now 5-5-3. It's now 5 for liberal opinion. Now it's 5 for liberals, 5 for PC, and 3 for the Greens.
Yep.
And of
Okay.
course, as you know, how we said before,
Oh well.
Charlottetown riding has just been called, and it's Hannah Bell. This is a incumbent for Charlottetown. The Green Party's incumbent for Charlottetown, Hannah Bell. Another Green Party incumbent winning their seat. This is gonna be big. That's a big riding for them right now.
Um, you know,
Leading by
Okay, out of District
around
10,
a
the
couple
Liberal is now leading by 1
tenths
vote.
the
of votes.
electoral referendum at the moment, for the threshold, you need 50. There are two thresholds, as we have already said. You would need 42.5. There, you would need 50% of the vote, 50 plus one. Uh, the popular vote right now at the moment is 42.5 for the yes side. Obviously, there's still a lot of time to make that up. It's only 28 out of the 267 polls reporting. But here's where it's going to get tough for uh, the yes side. The electoral districts, they need to get 17 of the 27 districts to get a mandate. And right now they are only at 3 with 14 of them reporting. So right now it looks like a steady uphill battle for MMP to become a reality in PEI.
Okay, now I have a question for you. Ben, you probably know this better. What parties support the yes side and which parties support the no side in PEI? And do you think this could
Uh,
affect a party's like vote?
So, from what I know, the NDP and the Greens are fully for
yeah, I
the
wasn't
yes
sure, but
side.
I was kind of figured.
NDP, I can see why,
Yeah,
because they need. Yeah, I see why the NDP is.
I'm going to leave for one
yeah.
second.
So both the NDP and the Greens are for the yes side. the PCs and the Liberals haven't really made their position clear, knowing that the Liberals were the ones who initially passed the referendum's ruling, or not ruling, but setup. Seems like they're also in favor of it. And the PCs, their position is, from what I know, questionable. They haven't really said much, but I assume they're on the no side, because if we just look at naturally on the political spectrum, or in Canada in general, in 2015 we could see that all the parties except for the Bloc Québécois and the Conservative Party were in favor of electoral reform, even if the Liberals abandoned the promise later on.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see.
Okay, here's a popular vote update. The PCs lead in the popular vote, but trail in seats. Actually, no, they tie in seats. They have a lead with 38%.
No, they're
of the
ahead in
vote.
seats now.
The
They have 6
Liberals,
seats now.
they have 6 seats.
Yeah. And the Greens
Says
have 4
5.
seats now. And the Liberals have 5 seats. The Greens have basically now doubled the amount of seats they've had before.
Okay. Well, everything is still leading and elected. Leading, none elected. What else? Okay, yeah, here, I just refreshed it. So 38.2% of the popular vote is in the PC column. They have 6 seats at the moment. 31.7% of the popular vote is in the Liberal column right now. They have 5 seats. The Greens stand in third place with 26.1% of the vote. They are leading in 4 ridings, or 4 districts, and the NDP is leading in 0 districts, but have 4% of the vote. And the independents in total, just mashing all the independents into one column, they have 0.0% of the vote, but have 7 votes in total. And those 7 votes are all coming out of Peter Bavenbaker, the Green Party leader, 17th district. They have 7 votes there. Otherwise, no independent has won a single vote in whichever riding. But with all due respect, no other independence riding has reported in terms of votes. And actually, I think we could update that again. So the PCs are now leading in 7 seats, 38.6% of the vote. Liberals in 5, 31.7% of the vote. Greens in 4, 25.8%
No,
of
it's
the vote. And the
654. It's 654.
yeah, 654. And the
No, it's now
NDP
854. It's now 854.
7.
I got 854.
7,
8.
8, 854.
It
Okay.
looks like
Yep,
taking the
854 just
chances
popped up.
of the Greens out of their hands now.
Okay, so one
Because how
district
many do
has
you
now
need for
reported
majority
in
again?
terms of the referendum. That is District 9 has reported their agreements in the referendum. They are projected to say yes in terms of the referendum. Though the no side still leads, one district has now voted completely in favor of the referendum.
Yeah, at the
You need
moment,
14 seats for a majority, by the way.
yeah, at the moment, the Conservatives have passed the halfway point to get a majority government. They are at 8 seats. Those are not projected. Those are just the ones they are leading in, and we can make our
They
first.
have one elected seat, though. They have one
Yeah,
elected seat.
I'm just saying we can just make this projection at this moment. Rustico Emerald has gone for the Progressive Conservatives. They're Brad Trivers. He has defeated the Greens. He's defeated the Greens' Colin Jeffrey and the Liberals' Sandy McKay, in addition to the NDP's Sean Daigle, who didn't really stand much of a chance. No offense to him. Right now, we can see the Progressive Conservatives are in the lead in Kensington, Malapuk, Matthew McKay ahead of Matthew J. McKay.
Your
That
cousins,
is,
right? Your cousins.
yeah, sure. Um, the that's
That's not updated, just saying.
yeah. Well, anyways,
That
That's confusing. Okay, like why did people two names the same riding like that? Like what people?
Well, I think that the incumbent had decided.
Why the two Matthew McKays
Well,
running for?
I'm sure that their parents really weighed that into consideration when they were naming them at birth, who they were going to run against for political office.
Okay, no need to go into the details.
Hilarious.
Anyways,
We're
we have
basically
more
almost
results
guaranteed
coming out
people
of
to
the
have
referendum.
Matthew McKay win election in Kensington, Maple Q.
You want me to just play the CBC thing in the background for some time?
Wait,
Oh, this is breaking
no.
news. We can project that Tom Kirkman has ditched us. That is an official Greenleaf call. The Daily
8
Leaf, it's
PCs,
projected
5
Tom
Daily
liberals,
Leaf.
Kirkman
4
has
green.
ditched us.
So it seems like the
Wow.
PCs are in track to become the government.
This is surprising for me. I thought it was gonna be an easy green call, and the blue wave looks like it's sweeping across all of Canada.
Here's the
Okay,
thing,
we
though.
got results out of
At the moment,
Kensington Malpac, which is the one that I have on screen right now. 164
Charlottetown hasn't been
for the
called too
PCs,
much.
81 leading for
I'll be
the.
right back.
Charlottetown hasn't been called really yet, though. Not many ridings in Charlottetown have been called.
Okay, out of Borden, Kinkora, we can project, not project, but we can
Oh
say that.
wait, another Stafford Kepok. 9 for PCs.
Okay, so Jamie Foxx is leading it. Okay, 9 for the PCs,
Jamie
5 for the Liberals,
Foxx?
4 for the Greens. Jamie Foxx is leading in Borden, Kinkora, the Progressive Conservative,
The
108
actor is leading
votes ahead. Now we can go into Brackley Hunter River, where the Dennis King, the PC leader, is leading with 530 with 158 votes to his Liberal
Charlottetown.
challenger 425 425 votes. Windsor White, the Liberal incumbent, is now trailing from the PC leader Dennis King with 583 votes. Okay, are there any ridings that you want me to make graphics for?
All of them have graphics, though, right?
I'm just gonna wait until the projection comes up for the government because I'm pretty sure they're gonna project a PC government very soon.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna be a PC government. I think it's still gonna be a green government.
Well, judging by early results, I think it's gonna be a PC minority.
Is it gonna be? I think we can almost write off the NDP now. They have a chance to win. They don't have to win every seat now to be able to win. But Charlottetown still has not came in yet, and that is important seats for the Greens. I will say that.
I'm gonna try if we can.
Let's see who will win. Oh, come on, PEI. You better get a good election results soon. This is longer election results than normal.
We have 9 seats left to come here tonight. Obviously,
Basically,
PEI.
if the Greens want to win, they have to win all 9. If they want a majority, they have
I'm
to win their.
calling it. Summerside South Drive is going for the Greens.
Well, here's the thing. Once again, the seats that you see, except for a select few, have not been projected. Some of them are only slight leads for one candidate over another, or 2 candidates.
But we see
So
14. I'm basically
they
going
are
to call
not
it.
projected. They are not projected, and at the moment, we are
Okay,
just
I have a
waiting.
question for you. I have a question for you, Ben. Do you
Yes.
think there is a chance that there could be a? Do you think there's a chance the Liberals and the Greens could have a coalition government?
I think that that's the strongest chance. I think that although they have differences on the issues, some issues, I think that the Liberals would definitely be able to compromise. It would try and compromise with the Greens at the moment. And right now, we can see that the PCs are creeping across that share of the vote. For they need
Let's project this.
40. They
Yeah.
need
So
40
we're
per.
basically, yeah. So right now we're gonna project. There's
They
no party
need.
status for the NDP. We don't see them having any way of coming in
Can
getting
I
a
just
party status
here?
unless.
I just want. Okay. We can just see the progressive conservatives. You need 40.8% of the vote. That's a majority. That's what usually would give you a guaranteed majority. The progressive conservatives are at 41.2% right now. If they can hold that at the moment, the progressive conservatives will be on their way to a majority government.
I
If
think the
they
best
can
case
Okay,
scenario
hold
right
that,
now is for
just
the
to,
keep in
Greens.
sorry
mind,
to interrupt.
keep in mind,
McKay has been elected to.
yes, keep in mind though, the progressive conservatives obviously they are not going to be able to hold on to every seat that they have at the moment or are projected to have. Um, so we are going to just hold on with any projections. But at the moment, if the current trend continues, the progressive conservatives will gain a majority. That is not projected. That is just the current trend.
But okay, Ben, back to the next question. Who do you think
Yes,
could who do you think would be premier then? Do you think it'd be the Liberals would have the premier, or do you think the Green Party if they did coalition? Or do
depends
you
who
think it'd
has
be
the
who have
most seats.
yeah.
Whichever party has the most seats gets the premiership. But
There are
I don't
some
think.
very slim majorities like Charlottetown West Royalty is close. It's only 3 seats that are 4 seats have been projected now and one for Green Party.
I
Green
think
Party has
that
a
the
projected seat.
I think that the Greens would be more than happy to sit back and watch these two parties tear each other apart and wait for the next election, which may be called soon, considering it's a minority government.
And there could
So
be
we should.
no confidence vote, correct?
Yes, that's true as well.
Okay, so judging from what's happening, sorry.
And I like to remind everyone that we will be having Newfoundland and Labrador election coverage in a couple weeks. That should be an sort of predictable election and knowing which way. But
Oh my
CBC is
geez, I'm
also
looking
predicted.
forward to that, eh?
What?
Said, oh my geez, I'm looking forward to that one, eh?
Yeah, Dwight Ball retaining his premiership. Easy premiership victory.
The Liberals are now picking up some seats. They've just picked up 2 seats in the last
Green
few
leader,
minutes.
Yeah, Green leader Peter Bevan Baker
sorry,
has won a seat.
we have a projection. Yeah, he has one seat.
But the Greens, I like to say this is Greens. They have 2 seats currently. They have 4 seats right now. Like that's big for them. They'll be increasing their seat totals. I think they'll have the most seats of any Green Party in Canada, right? If they
What
keep
is
all
it?
four.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that they'll have more seats than the entire federal Greens do all across
Yeah,
Canada.
yeah, it's sad. I think they'll get maybe to like 7 seats. I can see that because there are some other
At
places that they're
Federally?
supposed to do well in.
at the moment, the too close to call ridings are Charlottetown, Victoria Park, a current Liberal lead over the Greens; Stanhope, Marshallfield, a current Liberal lead over the Progressive Conservatives.
And
That
O'Leary
is the
inverse.
premier's. That is the premier seat. It is only a margin of 0.7%. Charlottetown
O'Leary
West
inverse. If the
Royalty,
NDP want, if the N,
Charlottetown West Royalty. Liberals
okay, can I say
over
something?
the peace.
Okay,
No,
let me. Okay, O'Leary
Charlottetown
inverse.
We're
Winslow
going to take
over
back
the
the
Greens.
projection of the NDP no party status.
No, I'm just saying O'Leary inverse, and if the NDP do somehow get a seat, that's the only seat they can manage to get because that's the only one they're doing. The 50 votes behind.
Stop interrupting.
I don't want. This is my stream.
Okay, I'll leave.
No, it's a joke. Joke. Don't, no, no, don't leave. Don't leave.
Don't interrupt then. Anyways, uh, right now, of all the too close to call districts or ridings, rather, the only one that uh, the Greens are leading in is Summerside Wilmot, where they have a margin of 9.6%. Obviously, still very early though.
Can I add something here though?
Yes.
Charlottetown Victoria Park has a 1 vote margin. Liberals are only leading by 1 vote.
Yep.
That is huge. If the Greens want to win any seat, that will be when they'd want to win.
Stanhope Marshallfield, we can see there, or Charlottetown West Royalty rather. Uh, the Liberals are leading the PCs by 18 votes. However, that is 27.3% of the electorate. So, uh, depends how you look at it. If that is good or is that not good, it depends because uh,
Has
it is a very small riding in Charlottetown
Okay, I think
has
we
West
can
King's
Royalty.
project
has
the winner
King's
now.
seat been projected yet?
I don't think so.
It's a bloc Quebecois majority.
Wait, you think we're gonna project? No, wait, no, don't project it yet. Not yet. Don't project yet. Electoral reform. I think it's gonna be the nose, but
Okay, yeah. Okay, Raging. What are okay, let's just you can't say that there's not a blue wave. Raging buddy, you're turning into the Republican like the down in the States. Oh, there wasn't a blue wave. There wasn't a there's not a blue wave. Don't worry about it. Listen, there
wait,
there is
Horgan's called a snap election.
No, Horgan has not called a snap election. They wish. Raging just wishes that BC will have a will have a huge election, and he's going to be the expert about it. And he's going to be like, "Hey, I live in British Columbia. I live on Victoria Island. I know everything about this election. Vote for me. I don't give a shit if I'm not running."
I live in Ontario, and we just elected Doug Ford. So that tells you something.
Let me be honest. No one really wanted Doug Ford in particular. More
Yeah,
they
people
didn't want
wanted.
Kathleen Win.
They just
people
didn't
wanted
want
Kathleen went
Kathleen
out,
Wynne.
and they didn't want an NDP government. I'm sorry.
But let me be honest. To be honest, I think history will judge Kathleen Wynne much better than we do today. I think mainly why she had a bad reputation was because of her predecessor, which was Dalton McGuinty. He
She
was
just
a
wasn't
horrible
likable.
premier.
She
He was
wasn't
a
likable.
liberal, and that's why I
She
think
also got
Kathleen Wynne's
cancer funding to
reputation.
give to LGBTQ patients. I'm sorry, but like
What?
she cut cancer funding to give to transgender patients. Like I'm all for people. Like I'm fine with people having surgery to change their gender, but like can't like it should come out of their own pocket. It shouldn't come out of the government's pocket. It should be cancer. Like it's not controllable. Like never mind. I don't want to get into that rant right now.
Anyways, let's talk about PEI and its boring election.
Yeah. I just want this to be called already, but I don't know. I'm not ready to call PC. I don't think it will be a PC victory, though. It's the thing. I think Koreans have a chance of
The
winning it.
Progressive Conservatives are up to 10 seats, the Liberals at 6, and the Greens at 5.
I'm saying that's going to be a PC minority.
If it's a minority, but the thing is, the Liberals and Greens.
Most
Oh, the
likely
Greens
scenario.
just got a 6 seed. The Greens just got a 6 seat. Now, if they want to do, if the Liberals and Greens, they could do a coalition government and have more seats than the PCs currently have. Yep,
No, the
Liberals have
Liberals
7 seats.
have 6.
They could have it. They could have a minority government. And I think that would work perfectly in their favor. Okay, who do you think will be premier if they both have the same number of
For
seats?
Cameron's like rooting for it.
I don't want a PC government. I'm sorry. I'm so sick of just watching all these elections to have PC governments win. I want like an interesting one that's not a conservative government.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say.
Okay,
Straight
so
up, I don't think the blue wave will directly affect the conservative
I'm sorry, but like the Maritimes are
momentum
very liberal in their
federally.
approach and federally as well. So I don't see this
They
No, they're
affecting
well,
federally. It's
no.
just
I think I beg to differ on that, because I think federally that was definitely an anomaly last election, in the federal election, that I guarantee you that it will not be a 32 seat sweep for
Oh
the
yeah, I say
Liberals.
that as well.
Oh,
I
definitely
don't know
not.
They'll
if the
sweep
Definitely.
Liberals.
like Newfoundland, but they're not sweeping
I don't
Okay,
even
we
New
can
know.
hear that
Brunswick.
I don't even know if the Liberals
Hannah
will pick
Bell
up
will
the
be
most seats in the Maritimes. But here's the thing: uh, we, the Maritimes, obviously are the last pocket of, I think, Canada that has true centrist politics. Even though the progressive conservatives in New Brunswick or in Nova Scotia or Newfoundland or PEI are uh, right of center, they're not as right of center as
Jason
uh,
Kenney,
Jason Kenney or Rob Ford or
Doug Ford, you mean?
Rob Ford. What did I say?
Crack.
Rob Ford.
Yeah,
Okay, or Doug Ford, or the Quebec premier. You know, uh, we yeah, I
François
just
Legault.
couldn't pronounce his name. Uh,
he's Quebec. What do you
the
expect?
yeah, but
I'm from Quebec. I
there
don't
is
know about that.
so I think that the media definitely is overestimating the significance of the Prince Edward Island election in the grand scheme of how it will affect the federal election. Obviously, it is important,
And I'll also say
but
this: that I'm sorry.
just really quickly, before you continue, I'll let you finish your thought. But the PCs continue their pace at 10 seats. The Liberals pick up one. They're at 7 seats. And the Greens are at 6 seats. The Greens pick up one there. So it is a current, if it holds, it will be a progressive conservative minority government.
Like I'll
Continue.
say this: in each province, the parties are different. Like in Alberta, we saw last week, the NDP, yes, like there's the federal NDP, which are far left. In Alberta, though, they're like Trudeau, where they're center left. They're not far left, and everything there got switched over more. The same thing you can see in BC. The Liberals there are center right, center left. They're like center right. It's so it depends on the province. So like it might say like in a province it might be like centrist in the Maritimes, the PCs. Yes, it's a PC government, but it's still they can still be considered. They're still like it might be a conservative, might be like a centrist left party still. So it'll change. It can be different depending on just
That's
because of
the
the name
sound
doesn't
of
mean
a
anything.
liberal and
But anyway, let's get back to this election. Nothing's really changed so far. We
you
have
want to
more
go?
green projected seats. Greens have 2 projected seats now. But quickly, who do you think's going to win the Newfoundland election?
Oh,
Probably the Liberals.
depends who wins this one.
The Liberals are always winning Newfoundland. I'm sorry, guys.
I think that the Liberals are going to win. I don't see I like. I
But
think it'll be a
judging,
minority government, but I think that the Liberals are going to get the most seats.
I wish we got Tom on to talk about the referendum, especially because he, being from New Zealand, knows about MMP and the effects, and he always says it's such a bad system.
okay, we can. Okay, here's the vote change right now out of Prince Edward Island. The PCs have picked up 2.3% of the vote from 2015. The Liberals have dropped 11 points, almost 12 points.
Oh wait, can I just
The
make this major thing here? The Green parties have surpassed the Liberals in amount of votes, but they still are under them in the amount of seats. Actually no, they have surpassed them. The Green Party now have 8 seats.
8 seats.
Green Party now has 8
Where are you
seats. This
getting
is
8
more than
seats
any. I think this
from?
is more than all the Green parties in Canada combined so far. Literally, if you think about it, it's
Okay, we
literally
can now
true.
look at
Oh, and the Greens have overtaken the
okay,
Liberals in
out of
seats. It is
9
10
District
seats for the
11,
Progressive Conservatives, 8 for the Greens, and 6 for the Liberals. Continue.
0 for NDP, as we expect, because it's the NDP, and no
okay,
one likes NDP.
both
Sorry.
districts 9 and 11 have voted in favor of electoral reform.
Oh yeah, how's the electoral reform one looking?
Yeah, both District 9 and 11 both have voted in favor of electoral reform. Okay, so I think we're now seeing the green momentum come up.
Okay, this is what it currently looks like. Ready? There's 3 in BC, 3 in New Brunswick, and 2 in Prince Edward Island. So if there's 8 there, they basically double the amount that there is in all of Canada, except for
And there's
PEI.
one in
And the
Ontario.
one in Ontario as well, so I forgot about that. The one in Ontario, I love him though. Schneer. I love the man. He
Mike
deserves a
Shiner.
seat. I was like, yeah, I was literally crying when he won. I'm like, yes, finally. I think
If there was one good thing about election night 2018 in
was him
Ontario, it was
winning.
probably the Greens getting a seat.
Yeah, I was like, no, because there's one thing I'm like, sorry, someone on the radio was like, sorry, the Greens don't get a seat. They should not be in things. If they can't get seats, yes, they get enough votes. If they can't get a seat, they shouldn't. They shouldn't be in the thing. And they got people got mad. 'Cause they're one of the publicly funded parties, and people get mad. They're like, if they can't get someone elected in a seat, they should not be allowed. And then
Sorry, one second,
he
one
won.
second. Can I just say something?
Yeah,
I think Raging Potato has a hearing problem. You did say 3 seats in PC. He just called you an imbecile for
okay,
Okay,
practically
Raging,
raging.
if you want to talk trash, join the freaking call. Otherwise, be quiet.
I know. That'd be great.
I said there's
That
3
was
in
his
BC. And we know
kind
you're
of.
an NDP. We know you're an NDP acolyte who is against pipelines, which is wrong. Pipelines help the country. Not
Okay,
your
well, that's
premier.
a whole
Premier.
different.
That your premier rejecting it
That's
is
a very
actually
All
different
I'm
causing the
gonna
issue.
say
problem
is
of this.
join the call if you
Cameron,
want to be
Cameron,
talking trash.
Cameron.
Yeah.
Okay, one second. We out of the premier's district, he's leading by 20 votes, so he could lose this
There's one.
district.
Is the one that
And
had
also,
one vote
Cameron,
before
by the
down.
way, don't even talk about pipelines on the stream for one particular reason. PEI ain't ever gonna get a pipeline. Those guys are so lonely.
Yeah, no. The Maritimes don't want pipelines, but Jason Kenney's pipeline. If you talk about people in Alberta, they're pipeline. BC,
If
they're
you
all
just
green,
listen to like
green
Jason
thumbs.
Kenney or something,
No,
or someone like Jason Kenney or Doug Ford, you'll hear just like
pipelines
honestly,
help them. I'm sorry.
it's like they
I'm
want to
sorry that I
shove a
admit it, but like,
pipeline down
literally,
everyone's throat. You get a
pipelines
pipeline. You get
help
a
the
pipeline.
economy. I won't say that
Yeah, it
because
helps the
Raging is gonna
economy, but
start
they're
being
not the
like, you
most
imbecile,
efficient
Cameron.
way to transport oil.
Raging, why don't you come on? We can talk about this friendly.
Okay, 11 PCs, 8 Greens, and 6 Liberals.
Come on, Raging
But
baby.
Two
still,
more to
but
come.
Come on
still,
now.
there's how many that haven't been called yet? Tyron Valley, Sherbrooke. It's not looking like it's gonna go to the PCs anyways. That looks like that's gonna be a liberal gain. And
And
then
we're
there's only
Okay,
one, so
District
it looks
3
like
has
this is going to
voted
be a minority
against
government.
electoral
But if it's
reform.
formed by the Greens or Liberals or PCs, even is beyond me. Because yes, wait, theoretically, it could be PCs will have the most seats. It looks like more most likely, because the Greens, let's say they gain this other seat, they'll have 9. Then the one that there's no voting suspended in, they can have 10, and they can just have the Liberals caucus with them.
The Liberals are at 6, the Greens are at 8, and now the PCs have moved into 11 seats.
They need 3 more for a majority government.
And
So
once again, there are two
PCs
seats,
now have
two seats
basically
to
filled
still
up the
come.
caucus again,
No,
and they
there's
have
one seat because the other one's voting suspended.
Oh yes, you're right.
Because
So
it's
this
no,
could
they
Charlottetown.
all
Oh,
deducted
this
that
one
in
could
seat just
all
got
come
projected
down
to
to
the
District 9.
PCs. Charlottetown Hillsborough Park got suspended.
What an interesting way this could go if we end up seeing uh
A
this go
by-election confirmed.
yeah, this by-election decide if it will be a majority or minority government.
That could be very interesting. Or a coalition government.
Yes,
Dennis
that's true.
King wins the seat in Barkley Hunter River. It's been confirmed.
Well, I think we can say one
Where's
thing,
he at?
and we can
What's
project one thing,
Barkley
and
Hunter
that's going to
River?
be that on the national stage, and that is that on the national stage, it's going to be 13 white male, straight white male premiers.
Dennis King. This is not surprising at all. Dennis King winning a seat. He may be future premier elect or designate.
Premier designate.
Let's see how the New Democrats are doing. They're not doing anything, boys.
Yeah, we can now. I think I don't know if we've already made this projection, but if we haven't, I think we can at this moment. The NDP will not have a party status. I don't think
Yeah, we already
there's
kind of
any.
we
I
already
don't
said
think
that.
we should get that yet.
I
No, no,
don't.
no.
We
I
rejected it.
don't
Oh
think
no,
that
we
there's
said
any.
that. Can you please put
I
that
think
sign
they
up?
still have
I
a
will
chance
make
at
the
one
official
seat, and
announcement.
that's where Herb Dickinson.
We are officially announcing that the NDP is not going to have a seat, guys. Like, it'd be interesting if they did get one, but like, it ain't happening. Move on with your lives.
No, I can just hear Raging Potato crying right
Raging.
now.
No one cares about the NDP and PEI. It's all about the green wave. The green wave is going to take over. Don't quote me on that, but it might or may not.
Okay, there we go. I'll put it up.
No
Oh,
party
yeah, no
status
party
for the
status for the Green
NDP.
Party of Prince Edward Island. That man's
The Green
beautiful face will
Party.
not be in the
You
Legislative Assembly.
you just said that there's no party status for the Green Party.
Not Green Party for the NDP, sorry. The Greens are definitely not party status. They've had elected officials already. Well, this thing gonna know what's gonna be done.
Wow, and we are. This is a major update. I'm gonna don't interrupt this because this is very important. Uh, the MMP has had a breakthrough here, a significant breakthrough. They are at 48.7% of the vote, with 153 polls out of the 267 reporting, and they need 17 of the districts to go their way at the moment, with 26 of the 27 districts reporting. They are at 13, so we could see MMP. There is a path forward. It is narrowing, but it is
Get Ethan on
still.
Please
screen.
no. Please no. I don't want MMP. That's what's gonna make it it's gonna make a minority government every time. Cause
It
ain't
is.
no one get a majority. Ain't no one getting a majority government with that. Imagine federally how
The
confusing that'd
green.
be.
The
How
Greens
could
have
the
picked up
block
another
get
seat.
that?
Okay,
The
Greens
block
have
would be so
pulled up one
confusing.
more.
The
The
Greens are at
block.
9 seats now.
How'd the block do? Would they even put list candidates on? Like, I'm happy a small place like PEI is doing it because, like, because
Okay,
if
wait
that
one
was like
second.
somewhere like
I have a question.
Ontario, we'd
How
have no
popular
majority
or
governments. It's basically it would be elections like every day.
okay? I have a question. How popular or unpopular was Wade McLaughlin?
Oh wait, Greens have 9 seats.
I just said that.
Oh, PCs
We said
have
that like 5 minutes ago.
Anyways, what were you saying?
PCs have 11.
Um, how popular or unpopular was Wade McLaughlin?
I'm sorry, what? I didn't hear you. Opinion? I can't hear you.
Yep, I was asking how popular or unpopular was Wade McLaughlin, Premier McLaughlin.
Well, over here in Nova Scotia, a lot of people. Here's the thing: although they're our neighbor here, a lot of people don't know who Wade McLaughlin is. Uh, he is a very unknown. PEI is somewhat of an enigma here in the Maritimes. It's there. It is. Uh, it
It's the
is
slowest.
less
It's the
significant
lowest.
than the other. It
It's a
is less
province with the lowest
significant.
population. So
Yes. Uh, it is. It is. You know. It is, I think, undisputedly less significant to the general scheme of things compared to Nova
Ontario,
Scotia.
Alberta.
Nova Scotia, uh, New Brunswick, Newfoundland. and then
Newfoundland.
as we move onward west. Um, but Wade McLaughlin, he was, he was one of Canada's, in 2017, I think, or maybe it was 2018. He was voted one of Canada's most popular premiers. Uh, he was, I think, he was in the top two or three,
I think it's a
and
Trudeau effect, personally.
but we still have to, we still have to see how this is going to turn out. But he was one of the most popular premiers in the country. However, that has soured by the looks of this here in PEI. That uh, by the looks of how this is going right now, it is still unknown if he will win his own seat, let alone.
If he doesn't win his seat, it'd be embarrassing for him personally.
Yeah,
Well,
even
I guess so.
Kathleen would won her seat, even if it was like by like 200 votes or something.
I think it'd be embarrassing if he lost his seat.
But that's the thing. He was one of the most popular premiers in the country, but that was only in 2018. As I was saying, his approval rating sunk low and sunk hard over the last year. Uh, he he campaigned in 2015. He was fairly popular back then. Uh, his his approvals, we saw them up in the 50s, which is pretty good for a three-party, four-party, depending on you ask, system. But we seen his approvals go from up there to down in the mid to low 20s this year. So obviously, it is a stark, stark change from what it once was from Wade McLaughlin. He's hoping to hang on here. He's hanging on for dear life, but it's not looking good at the moment.
There's still one seat that hasn't been called yet, and it's looking like it's probably going to be minority government here. But again, we don't know who will be a minority government for, because there's still, let's say this one seat goes to the
That's
Greens.
the seat that there hasn't been voting in District 9, so that
No,
will
but there's
come
two. No,
through.
there's two seats. There's two.
One.
Is
There's
there only
only
one?
one. Yeah,
Oh, I
there's
thought.
one.
Okay, there's a projection.
Yep, the nose. We think. We don't know if that's for sure yet, though. That's a one fact.
Yeah, wait a
You have
little
to
bit
update
before
that
you make any
slides, by the
Okay,
way,
projections.
though.
so
Those slides, the numbers have to be
okay,
updated.
here's something that's coming out of a small like local PEI
My
media
phone's gonna
organization.
die
They're
soon.
projecting okay, well that sucks.
Your phone? You're on your
They're
phone?
projecting a PC minority.
I don't
Yeah,
know if it's
that's
enough
the way it
PC,
looks
because
right
I feel
now.
like the Liberals would give their seats to the Greens, personally. I feel like this is going to be
It depends.
going
I
way
think that
later.
the Greens would definitely have to shift more center if they're hoping to do that. But here's the thing:
I feel
if
like they're
Wade,
going to want to.
this
They're going to
With
have to,
all
though,
due
because I don't feel like.
respect, I don't
listen
think
here,
the
just
Greens
listen.
really
This
ran
is
a
what's listen.
socialist campaign.
This is important. This is important. This is the important thing. Here's a very realistic scenario. What happens if Wade McLaughlin resigns tonight? If he loses and there's no leader of the Liberal Party, the Progressive Conservatives are at least going to have a small window of an opportunity to at least, firstly, try and win that by election if Wade McLaughlin resigns, and secondly, to, uh, you know, try and stave off uh, a chance from the opposition to oust them.
Well, I think knowing
It
premiers,
would buy them time.
I
it
personally
depends on
feel, though, that because,
it
I
especially in
depends on
Westminster
how.
politics,
Oh wait, okay. Here's some breaking news. Uh, Dennis King promised. Okay, this is what the CBC is saying. Dennis King promised a consultative approach to government and demonstrated his intentions for more collaborative approach during a debate by occasionally applauding the other leaders. So, is it possible that the PCs and Greens will remain at minority status just by the hypothetical that the PCs will win a minority government? And do you think they might just work together and like fight it out until like 4 years later?
I feel like the Liberals would give their seats to anyone, though. Personally, I feel like they would give them to the Greens just to make sure there's no PC government. Because I don't see the Liberals. I don't see them just sitting aside and just letting these two parties just doing anything. I feel like the Liberals would want to make sure there's a decisive government and make sure that they have a chance in
Uh,
it. Because
we
if
are
it
gonna.
is a minority, they have a chance at that.
If I can just interrupt you here, we're gonna go to the CBC coverage of the NDP headquarters just for a second.
No one
The
cares about
NDP, the NDP leader Joe Byrne is speaking there to a reporter. Just 1 second.
Good one, as you can see, is there.
Oh,
Joe
that's
Byrne, District
interesting.
12, the NDP leader. Let's listen.
Thank you so much, Louise. We're here with Joe Byrne. How are you feeling tonight?
Well, it's politics. I mean, we ran a good campaign. We got our message out, and people in District 12 decided that they were going to elect Carla in the Green Party. And congratulations, Carla. The race well run, and we should give her a round of applause.
And so, how do you feel, even though, as you said, you fought hard? What are your hopes for the future of the party?
Oh, I think we have a clear message. I mean, it didn't come across in the votes, but the message that I've been hearing every day walking through the district is people happy that we're bringing a message around addressing the issues that are priority to us. How do we eliminate poverty? What do we do about global warming? How do we address the housing crisis? These are all issues that people have brought to us, and we're ready to continue to address them. Yes.
All right, we are going to interrupt this breaking coverage because we can here at the Daily Leaf can make a major projection. We can
No. It has to be
project.
consulted with me first. It has to be. I have to confirm.
I'm doing it. I don't care. We can project a minority government. It is still unclear who will form or
Oh
who
yeah.
will have that minority government, but we can project at this
No,
moment
no, no, no,
that
no, 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 no. Opinion, no, 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 no. Opinion.
it can be projected that it will be a minority government. This is backed up by several news organizations, including the CBC and CTV, which are all calling it as a minority
Yep.
government. I think that that's
This is
clear at
like
this
unknown
moment.
who will have it, and this is the first time in over 100 years that there will be a minority government in PEI. It's a historic night. And
The Greens, if they can, here's the thing for the Greens: if they can just uh, grab one more seat before the night is over, or
they're
win
good.
that seat in District 9, and win that seat in District 9, they're golden. They're going to be tied with the progressive conservatives. If they pick one up from the liberals, if they pick up one from the conservatives, they will be the government if they win that by election.
The thing is, they're going to have to, and a lot of
Okay,
the
1 second.
conservative seats have already been called.
I
That's
think
the
we could
one major
project.
thing. There's only
I
one
think we can
conservative that
project
hasn't
one
won,
thing.
so they're gonna have to
Go
win
ahead,
in the
opinion.
liberal seats, and they're 70 seats behind.
Yeah,
What's
we can
behind in
project. We
one?
could probably now confirm that the Liberals are going to be the third party.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh wait, yeah, that that's
Yep.
the
So
other
we
side.
can get
Yeah,
that out.
third party. Disappointing for the liberal. For the premier, of course. He is probably very disappointed from going from government to now third party, but
I'm gonna
people are
have to
projecting
leave
this to be a
soon
really close
for
race.
like a
Me
half
too.
an
Yeah.
hour to an hour. So,
I'm gonna have to go soon for supper, so
and then
And I think we'll be done by then. But
we're not
we
gonna. We're so basically. Let's see. So I've already suspended the District 9. District 9, I thought when I
we can
heard that
make this
happen, I'm like,
projection. Green NDP majority government. Goodbye.
yes. Let me to everyone. One of our analysts. Now, thanks everyone for tuning in as well. We're still gonna be going for a couple more minutes, unless anything major happens. It's been the same for a while now. So
Okay, I'm just gonna fill out the election night review things that I had. So
Paul, you were on the panel after the leadership debate. So as you look at the CBC projections and decision desk now, you've got a lot of fans there. And you see a minority government, but not.
this is PC headquarters, by the way.
How does that make you feel at this moment in time?
Well, look, I think anyone who knocked on doors who followed this election campaign that we knew the government was going to change, and we were measuring what the color of that change would be, and it looks like it's going to be blue and some green along the way. I think it's going to be really interesting to see the results in. We like the way our vote has been tracking. We like the response we're getting from our campaigns, and just really excited about tonight and the future of Prince Edward Island. I think Islanders want their elected officials to work together. That's what we've been promoting, not so much this fighting the partisan nature of politics that we have allowed to root into our politics. Islanders want us to work together. We want to talk about good ideas. We don't care where they come from. That's what we've been preaching for 6 months. That's what we'll be working on in the legislature.
So what do you think you did right in this campaign? Particularly to win your seat in your district tonight in D15?
Well, this is Prince Edward Island politics. You have to who I am as a person. That's what we've tried to put together as a team. Our team was really dialed in on that entire approach, and I just think that Islanders are ready for something different. We recognize that. We are eager to give them that. And just I say, very excited about tonight. It's almost a surreal experience to be standing here on the verge of being part of a government in Prince Edward Island. It's a pretty amazing feeling.
And what are your top priorities?
Well, look, we have a whole night to finish up here, but obviously we'll have to get to work on behalf of Islanders. There's a lot of platforms that are going to have to be married into action, so we have to be prepared to work with all the parties, all Islanders, to work on their behalf. Priorities, I think we'll have to figure that out in the days ahead. Tonight, we're trying to see the end of these results to find out what to work on their behalf. Priorities, I think we'll have to figure that out in the days ahead. Tonight, we're trying to see the end.
We can project that the Liberal leader is now 3 votes ahead in his riding, District 8.
Work hard for them, and it's going to be much different legislation when we see it.
And so, if this is a PC minority, you're willing to work with the parties and really have to see that cooperation between the 3 parties.
Oh, absolutely. I think if you'd followed any of my campaign, you know that I'm a big promoter of collaboration. We've talked about ideas and how we don't care where they come from, if they're good ideas, if they're affordable, if they're doable, and if they benefit Prince Edward Islanders, we want to put them into action. That's the type of government that I want to be a part of. We want to put the action behind the words to show people that that's what we're all about. And I think Islanders are going to hold us to account to that, and so they should, because this is the island's government at the end of the day. This isn't about colors, this is about Prince Edward Island, and it's time we give the government back to the people that own the Islanders.
Okay. PC Leader Dennis King, appreciate you joining us live tonight from your headquarters, and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Louise.
All right, we're going to go to the panel in the lobby now to get their reaction to what is being unfolding in front of our eyes tonight, guys.
Yeah, Louise, just listening to your conversation with PC Leader, elected PC Leader Dennis King. Kathy, what are you thinking?
Okay, do you think we're ready to close this up, or
Very collaborative.
can you ready to close this up? Do you think, or
I think we could wait some more time.
oh, back one.
Because there are, I believe, like 3 or 4 seats that are too close. I think we can possibly project a winner. Okay, I guess guess I'm by myself. Let's continue with the CBC.
The Greens would be right there, maybe even right of the Liberals, because they talk a lot about sustainability and living within our means and all sorts of fiscally conservative points of view.
And this hasn't been called yet. We have to reiterate.
Exactly.
No, so this doesn't. I know it's a minority government. We don't know.
It's going to be between those two parties.
One other thing we now know, this is what it looks like to be a conservative, be happy PEI politics, because it's been 12 years being out in the wilderness. And the other thing is, he's a very inexperienced leader. That's no knock on Dennis King. He's only been a leader for about 2 months. And when you look,
Production, the Liberal leader is trailing in his riding.
he's minority government, he has a lot of people who have surrounded himself with, who've been around the block more than once, which is a nice thing for islanders.
And if we go to Stano Marshfield right now, it was only a 3-vote lead for.
Okay, we can project that Wade McLaughlin has lost his seat. So that means that it is 12 progressive conservatives, 9 Greens, and 5 Liberals. So 9 out of the 9 polls are now reporting, and the Premier, Wade McLaughlin, has lost his seat.
Right there, it looks maybe a little bit healthier for him because they're going to be looking for somebody in the party, as you said.
Man, I can do.
We'll go back to the studio.
Amen.
We're going to look at that too close to call here as we take a quick look at the map and the change in the color of Prince Edward Island tonight if these results hold the end. Too close to call. There's some districts that simply are just that. We can't call. This is a decision that we can't call either way tonight if these results. Hold by the end. The one that we were watching because it's Wade McLaughlin's district, District 8, Stanhope Marshfield. Lois Thompson now leading there, 83 votes over Wade McLaughlin. So only one poll left that could save him right now.
That's a pretty big hill. The 3 groups of climb. The advanced poll will say it already. So in all probability, that will be in the I remember Lord McNeely last time. He keeps the excitement.
Okay. Yes.
The last poll that came in was the advanced poll. That's a pretty big hill for the 3 groups of climb. The advanced poll will say it already. So in all probability, that will be in the Now remember Lord McNeely last time. He keeps the excitement.
Okay. Yes.
The last poll that came in was the advanced poll. Lord McNeely advanced polls are.
It's okay, build excitement. It's already been exciting, but what if you're Wade McLaughlin and you lose your seat?
Well, if you lose your seat and the Liberals lose government, they're going to Wade McLaughlin. That's what he will do. He'll understand the history. He'll understand the importance of transition. In government, he will understand.
I believe Cameron has abandoned us. And I guess I'm alone, so hi.
5 years ago for Richard Brown. It's a huge win for the Green Party. is a huge vote for Joe Byrne. But this probably, if this number she's elected, so
projected election.
This is the second time Richard Brown has lost. It's hard to imagine him coming back again. So that's a big win.
There you go, the big win, and you can see the big celebration happening at Green Party headquarters at the PEI Brewing Company. We haven't heard or seen the Green Party leader yet, Peter Baker. He was watching the results from home, and then will be traveling to the PEI Brewing Company, I'm sure, for quite the party tonight, Carrie.
Oh, for sure. I mean, in the Greens, I think you're happy with this. There were all kinds of seat projections coming into this. You know, some pollsters saying, well, with these numbers, they should win 22 seats. But then some people on PEI, you know, as you look down the list of races, it was hard to pick out the Greens that were going to have wins, because it was in districts like this where you would look and you say, well, Richard Brown's an incumbent cabinet minister. He's tough to beat. Tim Kaiser, a popular police officer. Joe Byrne's a factor in this one. But here it is, Carla Bernard, who's a solid Green candidate for the party. She takes the districts for them. So it was hard to see where those opportunities were for the party. This is kind of somewhere between where, you know, I think some people from PEI were looking and saying, I don't see where they make a breakthrough. And then the pollsters saying, well, they're going to win a majority. They've landed somewhere in the middle, and they're probably going to be happy with that.
Are you surprised at some of the re-elects or the elects in some of the districts, and some of the key people in the Liberal Party anyway at this point gone?
Well, this is what happens when the tides turn. I mean, if you look at the map, the Tories have had a very successful night. They're up 4 seats, but they are by and large rural seats. They have one seat in Stratford. Other than that, they don't show up in either Summerside or Charlottetown. If you're the PC party, that's trouble, because it's difficult to win elections on a consistent basis if you don't have support in Summerside or Charlottetown.
Let's look at Summerside right now. Summerside, Wilmot, District 21. The incumbent there, Liberal Chris Palmer, won by Lynn Lund by 181. So the projection there is she's been elected in Summerside.
Palmer's third.
Yeah.
Significant third.
So that's a clear message to the Liberal Party in that district.
It's a clear message. It's not a stretch to say, yes, you can represent us in the provincial legislature.
And then the Green Wave continues to Summerside South Drive, and that was the Liberal incumbent Tina Mundy.
You know, Wade McLaughlin wrote the book on Premier Alec Campbell, and there's a chapter on the 1966 election which has some parallels. But in Wade McLaughlin's own words, he drew a couple conclusions that he said, lessons he said the party should have learned from that election but didn't. One, he said you can't buy votes, and two, when the tide is turning, you can't stop it. Well, I think we're seeing the evidence of that right here. The Premier would know that he wrote that.
Okay, and we'll look at District 5, Mermaid Stratford. We're seeing a Green Party member winning in that district as well, up to 125 votes.
But only 4 of 8 polls reporting.
Right.
So delayed
so
district here.
So
that's the delayed district. That's right. Thank you for the reminder
so
there.
if you're
Yeah.
Randy Cooper or Mary Ellen McGuinness, you're hoping that the last 4 polls are very friendly to your verdict.
I don't know if we have the advanced poll in this one based on the numbers, so that could change things. I think there's a lot of votes at play in that advanced poll.
Okay, everything is running on 2 districts right now. District 16. This is the incumbent Heath McDonald. If this goes green, the green is second place right now. Now, if it stays there, then we are looking at a PC government. If there's another one, we're waiting for these numbers obviously to go final. The other district we're watching, this is the same story in this district, Charlottetown, Winslow. If this sticks, if this holds, then you are looking at a PC minority government tonight. And we are waiting for the final results from these 2 districts. That will be the determining factor. Did you think it would come down to these 2 districts with waiting?
Certainly not those 2. I mean, Robert Mitchell he's a very good constituency man, and the fact that he's in the scrap of his life tonight speaks to just how strong the Green vote is in the Charlottetown area. It's real. It showed up, and a lot of Liberals are suffering because of it.
And another strong Liberal in Heath MacDonald.
Yeah, it's interesting though, when we take a look at the popular vote again, you'll see the Greens are not that far ahead of the Liberals in this case, and this is what we see, where here we're having this referendum on whether to switch electoral system. A first past the post election tends to be unkind to the third place finisher, and that's what I think we'll find out when we get the final results for the Liberals here. Wade McLaughlin, the only leader who wasn't in favor of mixed member proportional. In fact, when he was on this set 4 years ago and he was asked about it, he said what he didn't like is he thought it would give minority governments in perpetuity. Well, here's the minority government under first past the post, and here's Wade McLaughlin's party going to suffer under that system. There's some people out there who are probably going to call that poetic justice.
Let's have a look at District 8, Wade McLaughlin district, and where things stand now. So earlier in the evening, we were seeing the Liberal leader in the lead, a narrow lead at that, behind Lois Thompson, who, as Paul's mentioned, ran a campaign really targeting Wade McLaughlin in that district. But now Lois Thompson has that lead holding pretty firm at 83 votes.
Well, it's an 83 vote with one poll remaining, which is not the advanced poll, so that makes it an uphill climb if you're the Premier. Look, Lois Thompson has always been considered a very strong candidate, dairy farmer, active in the community, well known, and you know, when you run advertisements on Compass of an individual trying to take on the Premier in a riding, you know the party thinks that they have a serious shot at winning.
The takeaway is run ads on Compass, clearly. Am I allowed to say that?
What did you say? Sorry, I missed that.
So the takeaway is run ads on Compass. I'm joking.
There's a district still counting, by the way. Everything else is final at this point. We're going to look at Alberton, Bloomfield, and another PC gain to a Liberal loss here. This is Pat Murphy's district. He's the incumbent there. A lead of 65 votes for the PC candidate. This is one of those other races that are pretty close tonight.
They've got a lot of counting left to do in Alberton, Bloomfield, though. So this one could still flip.
Okay, let's look at District 23, Tyne Valley, Sherbrooke, Liberal candidate. So this is an elect for Trish Altus, 75 vote gain there, or lead over Hilton McClellan, the PC. The incumbent in this district is Paula Bigger. So you can see celebrations at Green headquarters are continuing tonight. That seems to me a very clear message to Liberal Paula Bigger.
If you want to see the seismic shift in Prince Edward Island politics tonight, look at District 23. A Minister of Transportation defeating a PC candidate and the Minister of Transportation coming third. That's a huge gap for the Green Party.
Harry?
Yeah, it's and you know what? I think once the change comes, suddenly it doesn't seem to matter anymore who was a cabinet minister. But transportation is one of the portfolios where you've got all the perks to hand out. You can keep the roads paved. We always hear from Islanders they want to make sure that their roads are paved. So for a Green Party candidate who's I don't think she's run before. I could be mistaken on that, but to come in and take a transportation minister, and then for that transportation minister to come in third, that speaks to how well the Greens have done tonight, and just what kind of a night it is for the Liberals to see that rank in the candidates.
Right, we're gonna have a look at the map, see the shift in how Prince Edward Island is looking tonight in terms of color. You're still seeing the Liberal holding on to that western tip with a blue wall between there. And I mean, the east still strong for the PCs, but that is just, we've shifted right over into central Prince Edward Island tonight. And, you know, it's too close to call still in some riding and some districts. Pardon me. There's things here that will show you. And I mean, look at the margin between these two. Here. I mean, it's remarkable that we're still in this part where it's hinging all on some of these districts.
We really should be focusing more on the ridings with sort of more than one poll remaining.
Yeah.
Because I think those are the ones where the possibility, for instance, Albert and Bloomfield, there's only half the polls have been counted.
These are the only 6 that are still in progress.
Correct.
So,
I guess you want to limit what we can talk about.
sorry. No, I'm just letting the viewers know at home that you can talk about whatever you want. But it's just fascinating to me that's coming down to these 6, and particularly the 2 that really jump out, the Cornwall Meadowbank and Charlottetown Winslow, that could flip to green.
Right. Well, there's always a perception when you're incumbent and you're a cabinet minister, and unless you really mucked it up, you've got the unnecessary to win re-election. The problem is that local residents.
Sorry, it's been enough for each supper, so I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. Sorry. Hope y'all had interesting. So basically, projecting a minority government. Don't know who it's gonna be for yet. So thank you.
Sorry, what?
I have to go eat supper
Wait,
now.
no, don't stop it. Don't stop it.
I can't. I'm not gonna be able to come back on.
Oh shoot. Well, they said that they might project it. Do you want to just project something and hope
Yeah.
it's the right one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What do you want to call it?
Just do minority government. Don't know who yet.
I don't care. I'm calling it a PC minority.
Yeah.
And also, the Liberal leader has lost his seat.
He has.
Yep.
So yeah,
Wayne
we can
McLaughlin.
call
Here, I'll put it
PC
up.
government.
Look at the screen.
Damn.
He's trailing and losing. He's also lost. This is an old statistic, but or old stat, but yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
We are going to call PC government, minority government, that should be said. It can still be called as a. This is as of right now. It can later be changed to a minority coalition government for the Greens or and Liberals together. But as of right now, it's going to be a PC government. So thank you everyone for watching. I have to go now. So bye. Thanks and thank you. Opinion. And these are the last results
Bye.
that we have so far.
Okay. That's the final tally. 12 PC, 9 green, 5 liberal, and I think that's it, everyone.
Thank you very much. Bye.